Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member, I originally voted for H.R. 1965, and after looking at this issue, I've changed my mind. The reason why is because, first of all, the SEC has taken some steps forward in recent years. In 2009, the Commission began to require companies to provide their financial statements using XBRL. XBRL is a global standard for structured financial reporting. The SEC began compiling structured data sets and posting them for use by investors and academics, and the Commission is working to develop an inline XBRL to integrate XBRL tagging directly into HTML formatted documents. So that should simplify things. The SEC also moved to demand a higher quality of data. The SEC sent out letters to filers urging them to correct errors. This progress would be thwarted by the bill. In November, SEC Chair White told the Financial Services Committee that this proposed exemption would harm investors' interests because it would restrict investors and the SEC's ability to, quote, search and analyze the financial information dynamically and compare financial and business performance across companies, reporting periods, and agencies. Also, Rick Fleming, the investor advocate at the SEC, made a speech in February where he warned, quote, if passed by the Senate and signed into law, I believe this bill would seriously impede the ability of the SEC to bring disclosure into the 21st century, unquote. And I ask unanimous consent to enter Mr. Fleming's remarks into the record.
Without objection.
So third, the American Institute for CPAs, and I believe this report's been referenced already, released a study showing the costs of filing are affordable, contrary to what some testimony we've had, for a publicly traded company. So the American Institute of CPAs found the true average cost to small companies is just over about $10,000, with the median cost being about $8,000. And so firms that enjoy the privilege of listing on public securities exchange in the strongest market in the world should find that affordable. The two firms who testified about much higher costs, I believe, were outliers. And maybe they had higher priced employees, or including many years of their costs, aggregated way, or maybe their costs were not indicative. But at the end of the day, I think this is in the best interest of our economy. Why should investors need to dig through piles of paper files when we can use online electronic searchable databases? That's what the SEC's XBRL provides. Structured and layered data enables investors, academics, regulators, and the public to use tabs and hyperlinks to quickly find the information that is most important to them. Pension plans and other large investment firms can easily compare firms to each other or track areas broadly. So I don't support the bill, although I did at one time, and I do have some amendments I'd like to bring forward, which I hope will improve the bill a little bit. I yield back.